I am Confucius. You may have heard my name, but do you know my journey? I was not born wise. I was not born noble. I was born like any other man, restless, searching, questioning. As a young boy, I looked at the world and asked, why do people suffer? Why do men chase honor, but lose their integrity? Why do we forget what truly matters? And so I walked from kingdom to kingdom, through storms and silence, seeking not wealth but wisdom. I told my disciples, by 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is the noblest. Second, by imitation, which is the easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. I chose the bitter path. For years, rulers rejected me. My teachings were too gentle for the cruel, too strict for the careless, too deep for the shallow. But I never stopped, because I believed our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. You, who hear my voice now, you were not born perfect. You were not meant to please everyone. You were meant to grow, to think, to act with virtue, and above all, to become yourself. People today are always running, but ask yourself, are you running toward purpose, or simply running from stillness? He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Master your anger, tame your desires, discipline your thoughts, or they will rule your life. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. You will not find peace in noise, nor strength in distractions. Peace begins in the mirror. True strength begins within. When you see a man of virtue, admire him. When you see a man of weakness, reflect on yourself. Growth begins not with blame, but with self-awareness. The one who blames others is weak. The one who blames himself begins to grow. The one who corrects himself becomes unstoppable. To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order. To put the nation in order, we must first put the family in order. To put the family in order, we must first cultivate our personal life. And to cultivate our personal life, we must set our hearts right. I do not speak to impress you. I speak to awaken you. You are capable of greatness, but only if you live with integrity, discipline, and humility. The superior man is modest in speech, but exceeds in action. So stop chasing applause. Stop comparing yourself to others. He who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. Be still, be clear, be sincere. Time, once lost, never returns. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. Opportunities once missed are gone forever. So protect your time, guard your words, and seize the moment. In the end, life is not about wealth or fame. It is about whether you live by what you knew was right. The man of virtue rests in virtue. The wise man desires virtue. If you want to change the world, start by becoming a person worth following. And if you wish to lead, lead by example, not by force. True leadership begins with character, not command. Be honest, be patient, be kind, even when no one is watching. I lived more than 2,000 years ago, but truth does not age, virtue does not fade, and wisdom, if planted, will always bloom. Now I ask you again, what will you become? Will you let the world shape you, or will you shape the world by who you choose to be? Walk the path of learning, walk the path of discipline, walk the path of virtue. And perhaps one day, you too will say, I have not yet achieved perfection, but I walk every day toward becoming my greatest self.